Welcome back to Mindful Insights, where psychology meets philosophy and your old identity meets a potential upgrade. Today we ask a deceptively simple question: is your personality permanent, or can it evolve? Like your Spotify playlist after a breakup. We often say things like, "That's just how I am," as if personality is some factory setting you can't tinker with. But what if I told you? Your personality is more like your phone settings. Customizable, resettable, and occasionally in desperate need of an update. Psychologists often describe personality using the big 5 traits. Let's break down these traits, the psychological ingredients that shape how we think, feel, and behave. And I promise this won't feel like a lecture. We've got some fun real-life examples along the way. First trait, openness to experience. This is all about how open your mind is to new ideas, experiences, and perspectives. People high in openness are curious, imaginative, and love exploring the unknown. Think Steve Jobs wandering around India in search of spiritual insight and telling the world to stay hungry, stay foolish. On the flip side, low openness means you prefer routine, stability, and tradition. Think Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory. Same seat, same cereal, same sarcasm. Second trait, conscientiousness. This one's your inner organizer. High conscientiousness means you're goal-oriented, detail-focused, and probably have a to-do list titled To-Do List. Elon Musk is a great example, juggling SpaceX, Tesla, and 7,000 meetings a day. Low conscientiousness? That's your friend who's been starting on Monday for the last 6 months. We love them, but their planner is still in its wrapper. Third trait, extroversion. Extroverts are energized by people, social vibes, and deep conversations that last longer than your phone battery. Oprah Winfrey, peak extrovert. Emotionally expressive, fully present, always connecting. Introverts, on the other hand, recharge in solitude. They think deeply and prefer one-on-one over one-too-many. J.K. Rowling built Hogwarts in a coffee shop alone. Proof that solitude can be magical. Fourth trait, agreeableness. This is your compassion dial. High agreeableness means you're warm, empathetic, and cooperative. Basically, Mr. Rogers in human form. Low agreeableness? You're more blunt, critical, and competitive. Tony Stark is your spirit animal. Direct, honest, entertaining, and let's just say, not known for sugarcoating. Fifth trait, neuroticism. This one tracks your emotional stability, or how easily life throws you off your game. High neuroticism means you might get anxious, overthink, or feel things deeply. Like Vincent van Gogh, whose emotional intensity fueled his genius and his struggle. Low neuroticism? You're chill, calm, and resilient, like Keanu Reeves, internet's Zen uncle. Stoic, thoughtful, unbothered. For decades, scientists believed personality was fixed, like your blood type. But now, research says, it's more like a playlist. It changes, it evolves, and yes, sometimes it gets better with intentional curation. Back in 2006, psychologist Brent Roberts and his team reviewed over 200 long-term studies on personality. Yes, over 200. And what they found was fascinating. Traits like conscientiousness, emotional stability, and agreeableness don't just sit still. They actually tend to improve as we age, especially when we put in a little effort. So basically, you're not stuck, you're in progress. Still skeptical? Let's talk real life. Nelson Mandela started off fiery and rebellious. After 27 years in prison, he emerged transformed, patient, forgiving, visionary. That's not just aging, that's evolving. Malcolm X, from a street hustler to a powerful orator for justice. His autobiography is a study in how radical self-education reshapes character. Julia Roberts, once overwhelmed by anxiety and self-doubt. Later, she opened up about how therapy, motherhood, and intentional living helped her become grounded and content. A 2020 study showed that even small interventions, like goal setting, journaling, or therapy, can shift your personality over time. Most notably, neuroticism dropped and conscientiousness increased. Turns out writing in a journal is just your soul doing strength training. But this isn't just modern science. Ancient wisdom has been whispering this truth all along. The Bhagavad Gita says, one must elevate the self by the self. Buddhism teaches anatta, the non-self, a fluid, ever-changing identity. Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj said, "You are not what you think you are." Spirituality reminds us you are not a fixed label. You are an unfolding process, a verb, not a noun. This is why you're a human being, not just a human. Because you're not here to stay the same, you're here to become. Change is possible, but it's rarely passive. It requires self-reflection, new environments, supportive communities, and the courage to peel off old labels. Let's explore some simple, powerful actions you can take today to evolve your personality. 1. Journal your emotional triggers and responses. Writing helps you see patterns that your emotions hide. Clarity begins when thoughts meet paper. 2. Set one micro-goal per week. Small wins rewire your brain to believe in change. Consistency beats intensity. 3. Meditate 10 minutes daily to increase calm. Stillness isn't the absence of movement. It's the space where real transformation begins. 4. Seek feedback from close friends. We all have blind spots, and the people who love you can help light up the areas you can't see. And finally, read wisely, travel, stretch your comfort zone. Exposure expands identity. The more you experience, the more flexible and fluid your personality becomes. This was Mindful Insights, where science meets soul, and where you're reminded your past shaped you, but it doesn't define you. Redefine, rewire, reinvent, and remember, your personality isn't a prison, it's your playground.